Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video we're going to be going over how to do orb number 2 of the Felcycle secret, the Rat's Revenge secret here, and we're going to be working on orb 2 like I said. So for this one we are going to have what I'm going to refer to in these orb videos as like a grocery list or a shopping list, things you're going to need to be able to complete this, especially if you're doing it solo or you don't have a friend to help you or somebody that has the items to help you. Okay, so for this one you are going to need either Twitching Eyeball, a toy. Let's go ahead and go to toy box. Twitching Eyeball. So if you have this, you can type it in Twitching, right? This is given to you as a toy if you completed a quest line during Battle for Azeroth. If you played Battle for Azeroth at all, you'll likely have one of these things that I'm going to mention. And basically, you were given the gift of N'Zoth from doing a quest line. And you'll know if you have that because every time you go back to a BFA zone, you'll have the eyes on your head again. I can actually probably use mine and kind of show you what it looks like. It like looks like this on your head there. And so every time you go to BFA zone, you'll have this. And if you didn't cleanse it off. Now, if you cleansed it off via the quest line, you have this toy, Twitching Eyeball. Okay, we'll talk about what to do if you don't have it. But there's one other option as well. And that is all-seeing eyes. Okay, so I don't have this one. So this one was done by this one will be kind of hard to go do in my opinion because you have to do two different zones. So the corrupted version of Veil of Eternal Blossoms and the corrupted version of Oldham, you need to get a left eye and a right eye and combine it, and then you get basically the same toy. And so you need either all-seeing eyes, Twitching Eyeball, or that buff. So let's say you don't have any of them, but you still want to go do this. I will link this in there, but there's a quest line basically. I'll link this in the description below, this exact Wowhead thing. But basically, if you kill some Naga in BFA world quests, there's multiple world quests that have Naga in them. Pretty much any of them can drop it from what this thing says. And then there's a quest line you can go through that will eventually give you the Twitching Eyeball toy. Okay, so I will link that in there. So if you have nothing, you could still do this, but you're gonna have to dedicate at least a little time to doing some quests. Okay, the other option is you could, if you want to look up how to do the the all-seeing eyes instead, you know, search for Will of N'Zoth and Gaze of N'Zoth, or just search for all-seeing eyes. You can go for that one instead, but you will need one of these things if you're gonna do it alone. It's worth pointing out that if someone else is there and they have the thing, you will also get it. So you could find a friend, you could find a guildmate, you could have somebody else who has it. You also are going to need other things though. That's not the only thing on the shopping list. There's another thing you need, and that is this costume thing. Now this is unfortunate. This costs a lot of gold. So somebody, either you or somebody else there, is going to need to have this dog Sarang costume. There is a Yip Sarang costume that you may have. You could have got it from Hollow's End. This also works. But this is a dog Sarang costume. It costs 25,000 gold. It has one use. And it turns your pug into looking like Yogg Saron or whatever. Like a dog Saron. That's why it's called that, right? And so I'll show you where this vendor is at. It's Veshti. You're also going to see some other items here. Bottle of Steam. Exotic training license, scroll of fell binding, stone of prophecy. At least one of these things is also needed. So if you have the 25k to spend, you will need to get the scroll of fell binding as well. So you could for sure, and you might need some of these other things, and we just don't know yet. But you will need the scroll of fell binding, so you can go get that. I will show you where this vendor is now. So if you can afford it, if not, you're gonna have to find someone else that has it or can buy it for you or something. Okay. So let's show you where this vendor is. So this vendor is in Legion. So we need to go to the Broken Isles, and it's in Azuna. And this vendor pats up this right road. So like Fellblaze Ingress and Azuna here, and then all the way down the road, kind of where this world quest is. Leodiskin, this just happens to be a world quest. A lot of times, it's just the vendor's just kind of right in the middle of the road. That's where I normally find it at. And they're just traveling on the road. Name's Veshti. And yeah, the coordinates where I found this past time, since they're right here, were 66.5, 42.5 in Azuna. Okay, so dog sarong costume 25,000, or find somebody else who has it, or find somebody who's willing to help you. Scroll of Fell binding, grab that at least. You can buy all these like interesting named things like the Stone of Prophecy. You can buy those. I don't. As of now, only the sarong costume and the Scroll of Fell binding have been used as of me making this particular orb video. And then last but not least, I think you also need the Perky Pug pet. Perky Pug. So I believe you get this pet just from doing looking for multitude. So you just do dungeons and raids or whatever. It's just from queuing in the dungeon finder. Most people do have this. Again, if you don't have it, you can ask anybody. Almost everybody's going to have this thing, this Perky Pug. Okay, so as you can guess, we're going to put the dog sarong costume on the Perky Pug. Okay, so now that we have our grocery list, and I know it's lengthy, but you have to know this stuff if you want to do this solo, and later on there might not be a lot of people around to help you. So this is the prey, or people are calling it. And so basically what happens is, if you did the first orb, you got the buffs from all of the Mankirk stuff, right? You had 3 of those things. While you have those 3 things, if you come over here, you can then read what these notes say. The angrily scribbled out, you can love conquers the anger apparently, and you can read the whole thing. So the mantids in the veil, that's Veil of Eternal Blossoms. And then it gives other hints in there. It says things like high above the glowing tail, and pray with gifts gods imbued. Gift gods imbued, which is the gift of N'Zoth. That they may claim your puppy too, and that's the pug, right? That's your pug. It'll claim them as well. So we need to head to Veil of Eternal Blossoms, and you either need to be with somebody, or you can just hope somebody's there. If you don't have this stuff, make sure you have the stuff, and then head to Veil of. So pause the video, whatever. Head to Veil of Eternal Blossoms, and we will pick back up in Veil of Eternal Blossoms in Pandaria. All right, so we're in Veil of Eternal Blossoms, and hopefully you have your stuff that you need, or you have a friend with you, or you guys, are working together. They gave you gold for the Yogg Saron costume or whatever, Dog Saron costume. So you need to make sure that while here in Veil of Eternal Blossoms, first of all, you want to fly here anyways, because this is about where we are. But you want to fly over here to Zadormi in Veil of Eternal Blossoms, and make sure that you're in the present time. So present time, one giveaway is we'll have World Quest. World Quest didn't exist in Mists of Pandaria, so there's at least a pet battle here. There's a Grand Empress Chakra slain over here. So you want to make sure that you're in present time. You don't want to be back in Pandaria time. You want to be in Legion time or whatever, or BFA time, excuse me. So you right down below where we are here, there's Zadormi, and you can say, take me back to present time. If you're already in present time, that's fine. Then just fly up here to the top of the area. So we're here at on top of Mogushun Palace, right up here, and we are at about 8428 coordinate wise. Again, just up here on top of Mogushun Palace, at the very top of it, and behind it, you will see an obelisk, right? So you need to pray in front of this. You do not want to target it and pray. You want to pray just in front of it. So you need to have your toy on, right? Or your gift of N'Zoth or whatever. So you need to have your N'Zoth on. You need to summon your pug. Now I did not spend 25,000 gold just to make this video. But then you need to put the toy on, the costume on your dog. Okay? So you go in your bag, you put the costume on your dog. So here's somebody here now. They might try to do it. I don't know if they have it, the stuff or not. And then you're going to just pray in front of it. And if you have the stuff, then you will get the key. It's called the Key of Shadows. So that's right here. I already have it. And it'll just pop right in your bag. Now, there were some people that got it mailed to them later on. This person apparently also does not have the stuff. Sorry to you, Detective Grice over here. But I do not have the costume for the dog. But if he did, then he would get the key as well. So if I would have put the costume on the dog, he actually would have got the key as well. Oh, he's getting out his dog. So let's see if any of these people get it real quick. We might get to see it happen live here. I want to talk to him. I don't have costume. I'm just here to show someone where to go. Or I'd do it for you guys. I don't have costume. I'm just here to show someone where to go, or I'd do it for you guys. So anyways, so you pray in front of it, and like right now, if I had this costume, these other two would get it as well. Okay, for the dog, and then that's what you do. So you have this key of shadows right here, key of shadows, and now we need to go back to the catacombs to finish this steps. Grace just tried to do it. Did he put the costume on? Does not look like it. So we're going to head back to Karzan now. So go back to the catacombs, assuming you got your key of shadows. If you did those steps right, you should have your key of shadows. We're going to go back to the catacombs and complete this step. And we'll pick back up at the Karzan catacombs inside of our instance. All right, we are back here in our catacombs instance here. And now we have the key of shadows. We prayed. We did all this stuff here. We have key of shadows. And now we can open these doors. So we're just, if you just walk in straight, you should, I mean, if you've been in here, you should kind of know where this is at. Open this door over here, and that should complete your orb for you and complete orb number 2. This is directly going to tie into orb number 3, but of course we're going to do that in a separate video. It's going to be, start off in this room here that we just opened. But that's orb number 2, and getting that key and then opening the doors should complete it for you. So that's it for this one, guys. I know that 25,000 gold's a lot. 100% agree. Like I said, I would have just bought another one just to show you. I don't think I could get another key, but I could have got it for those people. 25,000 gold's a lot. Like I said, the Halloween one worked, but that's time gated. You can't go back and get the Halloween one. So yeah, that could change. That could be something that they change. Maybe they lower the price of gold in the future. Maybe, who knows? But that is what it is. If this step was too much for you, you might just want to quit now. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I think this is the most expensive step if you have to buy that costume. But yeah, there's some other steps that are kind of crazy too. So it's worth pointing that out too. So yeah, that's it for orb number 2. Good luck to you. And if you're going to continue on, we will see you in orb number 3. As always, I ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.